So alright guys, in this video we'll be doing the bastard box from Hack the Box, and the IP address is 10.10.10.9, and I have already done the nmap scan, and there are only 2 ports open, 80 port and 135 port, and there are no UDP ports open. Let's go to that website to see what it has. So this is the index page. We have the user login. So let's try for admin. So those are unrecognized username or password. So what you can do is press Ctrl U to see any juicy information here. And you can see it's using the Drupal CMS. So Drupal is also like a WordPress free content management system, just like a WordPress. So if you want to check whether it is Drupal or not, you can see here meta name is equals to generator Drupal 7. So in this meta tag you contains the Drupal information. Not only Drupal, for WordPress you can grab this generator and you get the information. So you can say curl and in that grep let's say ignore case and let's say generator. Now you can see meta name generator content is equals to Drupal 7. So okay, let's say output file temp.html, let's say cat temp.html and grep for generator. So now you can see this Drupal 7. So you can go to search sprite Drupal 7. Now you will get a bunch of exploits. You can see 7 Drupal get an SQL injection. So I tried these, and for every exploit you need to have at least a basic login as a user, normal user. Then if it is 7 point less than or 7.31, then you can use this exploit. So we don't know that it's 7.2 or 7.1 or etc. We don't know. We only know that it's currently Drupal 7. So we have some DNS service which we do not need. So one thing is you can grep -v not to show the Daniel. So now you will get much more less results, and you can also grep for not to show cross site. So this will reduce some few exploits. So okay, now multiple vulnerabilities, and we have REST module remote code execution and RESTful web services and serialized RCE. Okay, so at least we need to find the REST endpoint for this Drupal. So we don't know which to use. So I have run this Drup scan. So Drup scan I have downloaded it from GitHub. It is similar to the WP scan. What it does is it scans for Drupal, WordPress, Joomla, Moodle, etc. So it will scan for multiple CMS and checks the themes, plugins, users, etc. Checks their vulnerabilities. So you say ls and you need to run this setup.py. So after this running the setup.py, you can use this Drup scan binary. So you can say Drup scan -u specifying the URL 10.10.9. So if you specify like this, what this does is it will try to fetch the home page, that is the index page, and it will grep for this generator, that is Drupal. So then it will understand that this is this site is running the Drupal, and then it will go and scan for Drupal themes, plugins, etc. So instead you can save some time by skipping the scan. You can say scan Drupal, and if it is WordPress, you can say scan WordPress. So for now it's Drupal. Let's say scan Drupal, and I want to specify threads 20, and this scan will take so much time, nearly 1 hour, and you can increase these threads to save some time, but it at least take 45 minutes. So I'm going to stop this scan. I have posted in the Discord too that this Drup scan took so much time. So plugins found. So you can see the changelog.txt. So this is the changelog. So let's go into this to see any information. So we don't find any juice information. So let's go to this changelog. I think both are same. Let's check that. Yes, both are same. So license.txt. So we do not find any information. And readme. So we don't have any information. Themes found, and 7 and Garland. So let's go to this Garland. Let's see whether we have access or not. So we do not have access. If you have the admin access, you can change the code and you can get the RC. Possible versions 7.54. So this should do something good. Now you can run search sprite Drupal 7.54. So now you can see we have less exploits than before. You can see before we don't know the exact version. Now we know that it's 7.54, 7 point less than 7.58 authenticated RCE. So we do not have authentication. Okay, so let's check for other ones. RCE, Metasploit, and unserialize. So we need to find some REST endpoint. So I have brute forced this using the GoBuster scan, and you can see I have used the threads 20 and URL big.txt. So this took another 1 hour and so much time, and you can see the status code 403 are forbidden and 301 are redirects, but still we do not have any other juicy information here. So we have the robots.txt, so we missed that. So you can see there are a lot of information. So disallow directories. So allow directories are miscellaneous modules, profiles, themes, and disallows are includes misc modules, profile, themes, and there we go. So these are bunch of juicy information. Let's go to install.txt. It tells us the software versions. So this is like a default install.txt that comes with Drupal. So this, so admin, so even if you go to admin, you will get the same page. And user register, I have tried all this create account and something, but it does not allow you to create account. So it will say the mail is there is no mail service. So that is a dead end. So next one is REST. So this let's go to this one. So we need to send some sort of request to this REST endpoint, and it will reply with the response. So I brute forced this REST endpoint, and you can see dot profile, which is forbidden and ./0, and here I brute forces from 1 to 100 but did not find any result. So after that it's a dead end. Now let's go to the Google and search for Drupal 7.54 exploit REST. So go to exploit DB. I think let's search for REST. So it's okay. So this requires username and the password. So this is what is the name of this exploit? Drupalgeddon RCE. So Drupalgeddon RCE2 does not work for this because it requires some basic authentication. So this one REST module RCE. So this should work, I think so. Let's go to this. So okay, this one worked for this. This is the 7.x module services. Actually 7.54 should be shown here. So this is the PHP script. Let's go to CD2 exploits. I have already copied this one. So this is that same PHP file, Drupal 7 REST services.php nano. So what we are going to do is, you no need to provide any of the username and the password for this script. So you need to provide the REST endpoint. It will perform the query and then it will do the SQL injection. It will retrieve the user details and session details, and it will upload the script. So here you need to change the REST and you need to change this IP address. So you use this as a REST underscore endpoint. And the next one is file name. So let me save this to, it's a text69.php, and the data you are going to send is this one, system $_get_cmd. So basically this will be some eval function. You need to change to this one, so you can upload this file and you can execute the code. So save this. So I have ran into some problems. You need to install the PHP code for this. So after installing this, you need to run this just like PHP Drupal 7, the PHP file name. So run this. So you can see stored session information in session.json and user information in user.json, cat user.json. So you can see this is the admin and the password is this hash. So you can crack this hash as well, and you can view the session information. So what I have done is, we have the three variables: session name, ID and token. I have already created these variables in the cookie editor, and I have placed these values. But even after placing all these values, I did not get admin session. So that's another bummer and another dead end. So why we should worry about this password hash and this cookie editor when we have uploaded this text69.php? Let's open this one. So you need to say cmd is equals to who am I. So you can see we got the remote code execution. We are I user, so it should be service account. It's a system info So it's running Microsoft Windows 2008. So we are the service account, and we could try for Chimichurri exploit. Okay, let's get the reversal. So obviously it's server edition. I think they have installed the 64-bit of this operating system. So, and you can see AMD 64. So let's run smb server.py, and the file name, the folder I want to share is previous at the share name. So let's say 1234. I'm going to listening on 1234. Let's say in the similar way to the architect box, let's copy nc64.exe to %temp. So we should see the request here, authenticated successfully. So you can see the status, one file has been copied. Now what you can do is nc64.exe and connect to the IP and the 90, and the port is 1234. Upon connection, execute the command prompt. Now we should see the command reversal. Who am I? Prove. And you can see SC impersonate privilege has been enabled, and we are service account, and it's 2008 server. So what you can do is you can simply run the Chimichurri exploit. It should work most of the time. Otherwise we will go for WinPeace, Sherlock and Watson. So let's copy. We should say temp. We should see second authentication. So it should be, it has copied. So let's go to temp dot /, and the IP is 190, and the port is it's a 4444, and hit enter. So if this Chimichurri failed, you can try for potato or print spoofer exploit. So let's say who am I, and we are system. Now we can get the user text and root text. So that's all for this box. So what we have learned, first we have the Drupal website, and we use the Droop scan, and it did not find much information, but we have the precise version of the Drupal installed, that is 7.54, and then onwards we have found the REST endpoint, and then we exploit for the REST without authentication. We uploaded a PHP, and with the remote code execution we got the reversal. So being the 2008 server and we have the impersonate privilege enabled, we have exploited the Chimichurri exploit and got the root shell.